Hi and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, hi and welcome to my channel. I'm continuing with the rising sign readings, and yes, I know I'm late this time round. Yeah, but we're getting there. I'm up to the rising sign of Gemini, and now I always like to, for those of you who've seen these before, you already know, but I often like to give the headlines of what's going on astrologically before I start, because it might come into the reading as well. But yeah, so Venus is still retrograde, and she will be moving out of retrograde on, I think, the 5th of this month, September. And very quickly after, Jupiter will be moving into retrograde. So Jupiter's in his pre-shadow right now, and he's going to be retrograding in the sign of Aries. Venus has been was in Leo and then moved into Cancer for a short time, and then she's still in Cancer, but she'll eventually move out of Cancer and then move back into Leo. And one thing that I confused myself with, because I know a few different signs the last couple of months were getting the eclipse cards, and I thought the eclipse was somewhere in December, but it's actually next month in October. And the reason I worked out why I confused it is because Jupiter is actually going to be stationing direct after his retrograde on the 30th of December. So it's Jupiter that'll be going, that'll be finishing up his retrograde at the end of December. But the actual eclipses, we're already in the eclipse energy now. So we're in the doorway of the eclipses, and as I also like to call it, we're in retrograde alley, because pretty much everything is in retrograde or in its pre-shadow as I'm speaking. Like I said, Jupiter's in his pre-shadow as I'm filming this, but by around the 5th he'll be in his retrograde. The Sun and the Moon are considered planets, but they're never retrograde. And the only other planet that's not retrograde and won't be for the whole year is Mars. He's not retrograding at all this year, so he's going to be direct, and give us that energy of moving forward, like sort of the supportive energy to move forward with things. So there won't be that frustration that would normally happen. We got that last year when Mars was retrograde, the frustrations with things not moving forward. Now with all the retrogrades, things can still move forward, but we may need to move in increments. But and Mercury's retrograde now, and he's also retrograding in Leo. So we've been lately having a lot of Leo energy coming through. Now, a few months or so back, when Mercury was retrograde before, I did say how, and I've kind of been getting on my soapbox the last couple of readings before you guys, in a sense, because a lot of the time what we hear when planets are going retrograde, and especially Mercury retrograding, is everyone's sort of saying, don't sign contracts, don't go into relationships, don't do this, don't do that, and it's completely missing all the good things that the retrogrades can bring in. And the thing is, if you're signing a contract purely based on perhaps ego, getting yourself forward in some way where it's not, well, like I said, with ego, if it's based in ego, whether it's yours or someone else's, that's when things will fall apart. But if you're going into it with the flexibility of accepting growth and change to come along with it, then it's going to work in your favor. Now, when I'm talking about contracts in that sense, I mean like maybe a business contract or something like that, that if you're open to, it evolving, growing, changing over time, then it's going to be fine. But yeah, if you're going into it with ego, or you're going into it going, this is exactly the way I want it, and nothing else is going to be accepted, then it's going to fall apart, because you're not being flexible. And that's where the retrogrades can throw us for a loop if we're not working with them, by being open and accepting and allowing of what they want to show us, what they want to show that's offered to us. Because a lot of good things can happen in retrogrades. I mean, like I said, some difficult things can happen too. But the thing is also, whether it's eclipses or retrogrades, they don't always have a negative impact on every single person on the earth, and that's because it's hitting different houses for different people, as well as some people know how to work with it, others don't, or you can perhaps fluke it and it works for you anyway. The things can happen that way. So for instance, with signing contracts again, I mean, obviously you read everything as thoroughly as possible, and always look for fine print. In most cases, there's always a cooling off period too, where, like a week or so, where if you're not wanting to stick with it, you can cancel it without any negative impact, or maybe there might still be a fee you have to pay or something, but you can be out of that contract. The thing is, with other contracts though, for instance, like if you wanted to buy a house or a car, like I've said a few months ago, the same sort of analogy I used then is, if you've got a car that's in a bad condition, needs a lot of work, is on the verge of being dangerous to drive, but you're going, well, I can't do anything about it because Mercury's retrograde and everything's going to fall apart. Well, you're actually completely ignoring what Mercury retrograde's trying to show you, because in that sense, Mercury's showing you, get rid of that car, upgrade, because it's going to do you and others good by doing that. You see what I mean? So, but if you say you had a car that was working fine, but you just for status or ego, you wanted to get a more expensive car, well, then you'll find other problems with maybe the dealership or the what are they called, when you have to take servicing and all that sort of charges like that. You'll find out later that they're really expensive, or they don't get things done the way you wanted it done, or whatever. That sort of thing can happen, or there might be faults and difficulties with the car that because you went into it with the wrong attitude, so to speak. And the same with buying a house. You can absolutely buy a house, but is it to yours and others' benefit? Will it help? Is it something that will, by improving it, improve people's lives for the better, rather than just for the sake of status? Because again, if you're looking at it from an ego point of view, whether it's yourself or someone else, depending on what you're doing, then it's if there's ego involved, it's going to screw up. And again, the same sort of thing, even if it's not a physical signed contract, going into a relationship, Venus retrograde, Mercury retrograde, that sort of thing as well. It's not a bad thing, because if you're open to things evolving, growing, changing, then that's great. You can go into a new relationship, and that's not a problem. Also, with say Venus retrograde or Mercury retrograde, if an ex comes back, it's not about needing to go back to them. It's reminding you of how far you've come, that you don't need that negativity anymore. Because usually if an ex turns up, or even if you're just thinking, if it pops into your head suddenly that you're like, oh, that was my ex, because I've had that before, but hey, I don't want to go back to that, then that's what it's showing you. So it's sort of saying, look how far you've come, have faith in yourself and your ability to choose to your benefit, so to speak, and that sort of thing. Now, Jupiter's going to be retrograding in Aries. So with Aries, that would be in your 11th house. So Aquarius themes covered by the sign of Aries for you guys. Mercury's going to be in Leo, and that'll be in your 3rd house, Gemini themes. Well, your rising sign, really. So it's Gemini themes covered by the sign of Leo. So yeah, the eclipses are what I confused with Jupiter going station direct in 30th of December. The eclipses, I think around the 14th or 15th is the new moon eclipse in Virgo first, and then the full moon eclipse 2 weeks later will be in Aries. Now, Tropical will probably say that it's Libra eclipse. This is in October, but why I'm saying it is that 3 months prior to and 3 months after is how long we'll be feeling the effects for. So technically we're already working with the eclipses as well as all the retrogrades. So yeah, there's a whole lot going on. But again, if we're open to looking into what needs to be tweaked, changed, or whatever, as long as, especially with the eclipses, we have to be brutally honest with ourselves, no matter what sign we are. With the eclipses, if there's something we're hanging on to for dear life, that we don't want to let go of, that we know if we're honest with ourselves, like I said, brutally honest, sometimes we have to be, if we're honest with ourselves, this isn't working, this is holding me back, self-sabotage, sabotaging me, whatever. If we're holding on to it and not wanting to do anything about it, ignoring it, then that's when the negative side of the eclipses will happen and pull the carpet from under us, because the eclipses are so powerful that way, because all of these energies are showing us how to better our lives, and perhaps in some way knock-on effect of helping, by default, bettering other people's lives as well, by looking into what we can to better ourselves, and if you put it in a perspective, if the eclipses were an entity, so to speak, if they, with their energies, came along and saw that you were already doing the work, they'd be like, oh, well, I don't need to work with you because you've already done the work, sort of thing. I don't need to work to, rip the carpet from under you. I can look for someone else who's not doing the work. My work is done, so to speak. I'll zoom off to someone else who isn't doing the work. Hopefully that makes sense. I might have waffled on a bit. I don't know how long I've been. But, yeah, anyway, let's get into your reading, Gemini risers, and see what's come through. 12th house straight up. Okay, well, that's in Taurus for you. So it's 12th house Pisces themes with Taurus sign of money and self-worth. 5th house, Leo themes. We've mentioned Leo. Where's Leo? Well, Leo's in your 3rd, but this isn't Leo in your 5th. Oh, Libra's in your 5th, yeah. Okay, so Ceres, home and hearth. Well, it's nurturing, mother energy, nurturing. She's an asteroid. Another asteroid, Hygeia. Hygeia has been coming through quite a bit, and I think I'm getting the feeling that if she keeps coming through, the last couple of readings she's come through again, and I think it's about the eclipse energies and the retrogrades, clear up and clean up whatever is holding us back, so that we can move on to work with the energies. And with the eclipses, the new moon eclipse is the first one to come through, and we want to really tap into that energy. So we want to clear away anything that is holding us back from getting the full benefits of the new moon eclipse. Pisces. Okay. Pisces is in your 10th. So we have 12th house and Pisces coming through. Leo, well, Leo's 5th house themes, but Leo is in your 3rd. Gemini. And Mars. Oh, like I said, Mars is actually not retrograde at all this year. So he's helping us to move forward, even in the retrogrades and the eclipses. Okay, let's keep going. What else have we got? Saturn. Saturn's also retrograde. The part of you that accepts challenge to gain wisdom. Now, Saturn's the ruling planet of 10th house and Capricorn. Now, we got 10th, didn't we? Pisces is in your 10th, isn't it? Yeah. I think we just reiterated. Yeah, that's 10th house. Saturn ruled 10th house, covered by the sign of Pisces. Libra. Libra came through. I think that was in your 5th, wasn't it? Libra's in your 5th, yeah. The relationship. And that's not just romantic, even though that picture looks romantic. It's not just romantic relationships. It's all, whether it's familial, business, friendship, whatever. This energy is diplomatic and gracious. It seeks harmony and balance in relationships. Libra's always seeking balance. The 6th house, Virgo themes. The work, health and duty area of your life. Not in Virgo for you. Where is it? Scorpio. Scorpio's in your 6th. Pluto's also retrograde. Well, pretty much every planet except, every planet except for Mars and the Sun and the Moon, which Sun and Moon never retrograde anyway, but Mars, Sun and Moon are not in retrograde. Taurus. Well, that's your 12th house. Didn't we get, we got 12th house. The bombshell. Okay, Trine. Oh, good. This is an aspect, and it's an easy aspect. See? Trine is the go with the flow kind of thing. It's easy. Oh, okay. This seems to be quite fast. I'm pretty sure last month you guys had a really quick reading too. So we've got some Leo and Pisces energy going. Nurturing, cleaning up and clearing away anything holding you back. Relationships are happening. Scorpio, the mix of Scorpio and Virgo with that. Virgo 6th house themes, it's covered by the sign of Scorpio. It's, the deep, the delving into, excavating. Scorpio, excavating anything that's, whether it's, like spiritual, emotional, mental, that sort of anything like that, not just physical hygiene as, the basic idea. Like what are we watching on TV? What are we feeding our mind, body and soul, The Virgo themes and the deep excavating of Scorpio covering the 6th house. Okay, these might have reversals or not. We'll walk through whatever that is. Yeah, you guys have got a quick one again. Okay, Jupiter abundance. This doesn't mean you won't have abundance because straight up Jupiter's retrograde. And like I said, he's going to be retrograde around about the 5th. But we're in his retrograde energies already as I'm filming this. I don't know how soon I'll be able to upload it, but yeah, we're already in his retrograde energies. So, and have been for pretty much the prior month anyway of August. So we can still get abundance. This is the thing. Just because it's retrograde doesn't mean we can't get abundance from the Jupiter and the expansion. 10th house and Saturn have come through. Career with spirituality, because 12th house came through. Money and self-worth, money, career, self-worth, nurturance. Cancer, immerse. Yeah, 4th house themes is Cancer, but Cancer's in your 2nd. Money and self-worth, covered by the home, family, you know, that connection. Yeah, there's a real nurturing vibe because easy go, easy flow. There's a real nurturing vibe with this time right now. Progressions, journey. It's in reverse. I think it's going to be more of a metaphorical journey for you, so the going within, you know, with the retrogrades. But I think it's not just self-nurturance, though. I think it's going to be a matter of giving and receiving, because we've got Libra here twice. Libra in the 5th and Libra there, see? I think it's going to be giving and receiving nurturance, because this is journey, so this is outward. And it's in reverse, so I think it's more the home and family. See how it's right next to Cancer, which is all about home and family, or who feel like home and family. Whether it's your actual family or those who feel like family. Yeah, I think you're going to have this. There's a real gentle, nurturing vibe with the series. And Leo's come through twice, so there's sort of this enjoyment. Mercury is retrograding in Leo. Doesn't mean that everything's going to go topsy-turvy and not be good. I think it's on the contrary. I think it's a different... I think that the Leo energy and the Pisces energy want to mix and come through for you. And the nurturance, giving and receiving nurturance. What's this guy? Chiron, heal. Wow. I think it's a real healing energy. Not, you know, Chiron's the wounded healer, yes. And you know, we all have wounds, you know, from deep down wounds from childhood and that. This is, I mean, there's also past life wounds as well that you know, we've taken on without knowing. That sort of thing too. But I get the feeling it's more about, because this is saying heal, I think that there's a healing, nurturing vibe, giving and receiving. And that's what Jupiter wants to help you to bring in abundance, because remember, we've got money and self-worth. So you still can have money coming through in abundance. Yeah, this is in reverse, but yeah, I keep getting the reminder that Jupiter is in retrograde. Or as I speak, he's in pre-shadow, but we're feeling the retrograde energies. I think I've said that about 50 times already in this reading, sorry. But you get the point. And Mars is the ruling planet of Aries, which is where Jupiter's retrograding, and so is Uranus. But Uranus didn't come through with you guys, because Uranus rules the Aquarius sign. Although Aries is in your 11th, which is Aquarius themes, and Jupiter's retrograding in, Jupiter's retrograding in Aries, which is in your 11th house of Aquarius themes. So there could be people who feel like family in community settings too. In any case, see, it's easy go, easy flow, easy energy, no squares, no oppositions. Yeah, spiritual, physical, emotional, mental, look into that, because we've got the powerful eclipse energies and we want to be on the right side of those. But, I mean, those cards haven't come through, so I don't think you even need to worry so much about that. I don't think you have anything to worry about. I just think you need to you don't need to do anything, but I would, if I was Gemini rising, I would want to tap into these beautiful energies, very nurturing, giving and receiving, healing for everybody, safety. Cancer loves safety, home, family, creature comforts, food, safety, you know. Taurus likes food as well, like the luxury side of things. And why not, you know? Yeah, I'm just getting this really gentle, nurturing, mother nurturing series vibe. So if there is anything to clear up, well, it's going to be healing for you and others. Absolutely. And it'll bring in the abundance for you and others as well, not just abundance in the giving and receiving. Well, I think it's going to have more of an effect because of that, because the universe works from our energies rather than our logical thinking. So if we've got these beautiful energies coming through and this abundance, well, then the universe is going to go, oh, abundance, let's give you more of that. And I think that's where you'll get the money thing coming through too, you know. Yeah, I'm really, really liking these energies. It's sort of like I want to just sit here all day just sitting in these energies. Yeah, beautiful energies. You're going to have a great month, guys, for September. That's what Spirit's showing me so far. Anyway, what's your numerology for September, Gemini risers? What do the Gemini risers need to know, Spirit? What do they need to know for September? What do they need to know for September? Did you want them? Yep. Any other cards you want for the Gemini risers? One more time. Need to know anything in this? Okay. This one. Oh, there's two. All right. Around them that way. Yes. Patience, 2. 2 is the relationship number, and we've got orange there, which is the sacral chakra, creativity, see? Creativity, 5th house, Leo. Create this beautiful space so that everything's going to be clear and abundant for you and others. Karmic completion. Yeah, complete whatever needs to be completed so that this beautiful new cycle can, because remember, after an ending comes another beginning, a new beginning. Karmic completion. That's the root chakra, base chakra. And 1 is personal power and emotional vitality. Then see, we've got the karma. What goes around comes around with the 0. Just this gentle energy. I just want to soak in the whole vibe. 33, communication. We've got a master number here too. So this is on with 1, 3. It's action, activity, communication. We've got Gemini. Didn't we get Gemini somewhere? Oh, well, you are Gemini rising, but we've got 3rd house. Yeah, Leo, Gemini themes as well. So we've got this doubled. Communication, action, activity. That comes to a 6, which is also temporary opportunity. And I always say temporary opportunity doesn't mean it'll never come back. It's just now. You've got it now. So grab a hold of it with both hands. Yeah, I'm just really feeling this gentle energy. I'm really loving it. Spirituality. I mean Pisces, 12th house and the actual Pisces sign, spirituality. And this is the crown chakra, or it might be the third eye, maybe two. 1-7. We've got another master number. 1-7, the mind and creativity. This to me is telling me two minds with creativity. Remember we had the Libra themes as well. And 2 7s come to a 5, which is freedom. You and others are going to experience freedom by nurturing each other, and it's going to be healing and bring in abundance. Okay, so talking of abundance, what does the universe want you to know about abundance for the month of September? Gemini rises, abundance for the month of September. What do they need to know? Any other messages? Anything else they need to know? You want me to jump into this, okay? Let the status symbols you seek most be self-made adventures that excite you at dawn, challenge you by day, and surprise you by night. Self-made being the operative word. Creatorhood rocks the universe. Wow. Spirituality, creativity, communication, karmic completion. Yeah, you can create something for yourself that will also help others. Definitely there's a nurturing vibe that needs to come through. I'll see if there's any others from last check, but I've got a feeling that was it. Yeah, wow, okay, that's the only one that wanted to come through. Yeah. See, we've got the Virgo duty and service. 6th house themes covered by Scorpio, wasn't it? The deep, occult, spiritual sign of Scorpio. Excavate out whatever is not working in your favour and open to these beautiful energies with the creativity, and the abundance is going to come, because it's not just going to be abundance with the nurturing, giving and receiving. Abundance is going to come as well as that abundance, if that makes sense. Okay, so what do the guardian angels want you Gemini risers to know for September? Wow, I don't know if you can see that. Oh, yeah, no, one more turn. Okay, read it. Wow. I don't know if you saw it. I think you did. It was upside down. Inner child. See the healing. You and others' inner children. Definitely it's more than just you. It's others as well. Whatever you're going to be doing is going to improve the lives of other people as well as yourself. Nurture your inner child and begin to express the awesome beauty you hold within you. We live in a world where a formula exists for everything, yet love and creativity have no formula. They do not need to be studied, simply nurtured. Nurture. Series. Regardless. Nurtured regardless, yeah. Regularly set aside some time to just play. There we go with the Leo themes and the Leo sign. It's going to be nurturing. Eternity. Gently move your awareness from the external world to a world of light within your heart. Allow each breath to heal you as you drift to a place beyond time. Eternity exists within you, forever sparkling like a diamond. You are, in essence, a shining star, forever transforming to ever greater light. Yes, absolutely. Prayer. Dear God, help me always to remember that this present life is but a fleeting moment within eternity. Help me always to remember that this life is but a dream. Help me always to remember that you exist within everyone and everything. Help me always to remember that love is all there is and all else is an illusion. Thank you. Last but not least, oh wow, what a card to end on. Love. Negative thoughts and feelings are sabotaging your pursuit of happiness. We, your angels, are here to help you heal. Chiron, heal. Help you heal. Allow your healing light, allow out your healing light. See, that's where the giving and the receiving. Allow the angels' healing light and yours, giving and receiving. Allow our healing light to flow through your heart. Consciously infuse each negative thought or feeling with love and light. Feel both your heart and mind aligning to your soul's sacred purpose and unleash your divine potential through the power of love. Wow. Wow. You're going to be all loved up this month. Gemini risers. I think yours so far is the quickest reading again this month. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful energies. And the abundance will come through. You know, give and receive the love to yourself and others. And the universe is going to expand that with Jupiter retrograding in your 12th house, expansion of spirituality and nurturance and just beautiful things, lots of beautiful things. Nurturance with the 4th house Cancer themes. Cancer's in your second of money and self-worth, which is right next to Jupiter of abundance, so it's coming in, definitely. So with that, I wish you all the best of luck with your abundance in all ways for this month and onwards, Gemini risers. And until next time, bye for now.